Welcome to the Star Interstate. I'm just Rennie, the host of the Star Interstate Showcase, the hottest, flyest, talent, traveling showcase online.
Hey, what is good? My name is Jonny Parks. I am a singer, songwriter from White Plains, New York. Repping New York City, repping New York as a whole, so you know what it is.
And how long you been doing music for?
I've been doing music for about maybe 6 years or so. Yeah, about 6 years. Started out just doing guitar. Then I moved on to singing, songwriting. So I'm here now. Every year we elevating, getting better.
So I know you say you play the guitar. Any other instruments you play?
Definitely play keyboard, piano. I dabble in bass a little bit, but guitar is definitely my bread and butter. That's my bread and butter.
Are you self-taught or you went to like school trained or?
Started out self-taught. Then I moved on to getting lessons. Then after that, picked up on those lessons and started doing more my own self-teaching kind of thing.
And was there like any body that like you kind of idolized or you influenced you to kind of take up so many instruments? And because I mean it's almost like a instrument prodigy almost, like that's why I'm like, yeah, you play a lot of instruments. I didn't know you did all of that.
Yeah, definitely the legends in the game, definitely the greats. My biggest influence is probably Stevie Wonder. If you know Stevie Wonder, he's the master of music is what I call him. Other musicians, other legends, Usher, other R&B greats, other even rock greats, jazz greats, whatever. Music is it's just in my blood.
Versatile. Now you say it's in your blood. Do you have any other relatives that do music, or you don't need a family, or?
I'm actually the only person in my family that does music. My sister, she sings, but she's not, she never really picked up on it or progressed with it. So my family's just happy to see that I'm the one that's living up to that music.
So let's go back to the first time you went to the studio. You give me like your first studio session, or the first time you ever went to the studio and said, I want to sing or get on a mic and actually record a track?
Yeah. That was probably back in 2015, I think. I had just come back from going to school, and right here in White Plains actually, booked a studio session while I was up in school. I was up near Buffalo, and I had a few songs already written, and I came to White Plains for a break or whatever, 2-week break. Recorded my first 2 songs with just me and my guitar. It's not something that I listen to right now, but it was definitely the start. It was definitely the stepping stone to get to where I am musically today, and where I am production wise and where my vocals are at today. So yeah,
No, do you remember the name of that song?
That song was called Used to Be. It's called Used to Be, and then I got another song called Brandy. Used to Be and Brandy were like the two joints that kind of kicked it off for me. Yeah.
And can we find those like on YouTube, or you kind of kept those in the vault?
Honestly, if you find my SoundCloud, if you're on my SoundCloud, I don't really use it too much now. But they're on my SoundCloud. They got some listens, definitely from back then. But it's on my SoundCloud. If you want to hear the first version of Jonny Parks, it's on there. So check it out. I'm not gonna take it down. If you want to hear it, give it a go.
Now, the name Jonny Parks, is that your name or is that your stage name?
That's my name, Jonny Parks. My name is Jonathan, but Jonny is always a name that it's just a family name. I had it since I was 2, so I stuck with it. Jonny Parks, that's what it is. It's me. Oh, it's me.
So, you working on anything in the studio? What's going on with Jonny Parks?
Yeah, so right now I got a project. I just wrapped up a project. It's an EP, about maybe 5 or 6 track EP called Waves. I'm releasing music from it one by one for now. I came out with a track called Tsunami back in February. I literally just came out with a new track called Round 2. Just came out over the weekend. So check that out. I got videos for both of those. Waves is coming, I would say, sometime this summer, definitely.
Any producers you work with, or did you do all your own production for this EP? Or
I worked with one other producer. Well, it's all in-house, so it's me and my engineer. We produce everything. Shout out to Rich Fab, right in White Plains. And I got one track from another producer in Harlem. Ty did it. Shout out to him. Shout out to Ty did it.
Ty did it. And are these producers, they still like up and coming, or are any of them have any placements with any artists that maybe I know? Or
Rich Fab, he's kind of like he's known in White Plains. If you ever heard of Frequency Recording Studio, if you go there, he's worked with like Redman, other hip hop R&B legends that you may know of. Ty did it. He's up and coming from Harlem, so definitely check him out. Give him a go. He's got some melodic, some hip hop, some trap. So give him a shout out. Give him a look.
Walk us through the process of a studio session with Jonny. Like, you walk in, you hit a beat first. Do you like to write first? Like, what's the process like, step by step?
All right, so step by step. First thing I do is come up with the chords. Now, I pretty much come up with all the chords by myself, whether that be on piano first or guitar. I come up with the chord progression, and then I come up with the lyrics. And then once I got the lyrics and the chords set up, then I go into the studio. I record like a little demo, vocals, piano, guitar, and then my engineer and I will work on like the drums, rhythm section, and then after that, if I need a bass part, I'll hire my bass player. If it's nothing too complex, I'll do the bass myself. But and then after that, if we got any other instruments that we need in that track, whether it be some synth parts, some horns, whatever, we'll get my players. Got a horn players, my keys player that's way more advanced than I am. We'll get them on, and if there's any featured artists, background vocals that I need, I'll get some background vocals in there. Then I go back in after all of that production is done. I go back in and do my main vocals over again. Then we do the final mix down, and then after that we go straight into the mastering. So that's it takes time, especially for me. It's because I'm kind of a perfectionist.
I'm a perfectionist, which is dope.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah. I'm a perfectionist, so it may take a few weeks. It may take a month. It may take 2 months for me to finish a track. But at the end of the day, it's got to be perfect to my ear.
Now, do you find that hard to finish a track? Because I know me when I was producing, it's like when you're so creative, you never finish it. It's like, I gotta add more. Something's missing.
Like even now, like I got some tracks that are finished. They're all mastered. It's not too many, but I'm listening to them like, I could definitely add on to this, something missing to this. Or, I'll see how I feel about it a month from now. I may change my mind about it. So even now, like it's, if I'm listening to my track, and I gotta add something to it, I gotta do it.
Now, would you like what influence, like any I wouldn't even say influences. I would say any artist. If you had the opportunity, it was one phone call away. Like any artist that you would want to do a feature with, who would that artist be? Like you could call them, it's a go. You just gotta give them a phone call. Who would that be?
That's tough. There's so many. So I can give you a current one. I can give you a previous.
Go both.
Both. All right. ASAP Rocky. I don't.
ASAP dope.
Yeah, ASAP Rocky. He's he's definitely an experimental in his realm. Kanye definitely. That's
one of my favorites. Like if I had the opportunity, I'm calling
exactly. Kanye's one of the
that's one of my favorites.
Facts. Yeah, Kanye's one of the reasons why I'm doing music. Usher. Stevie Wonder. I do a track with Stevie Wonder, whatever.
What about producers? I mean, I know you do most of your own production, but if you had to, so I'm gonna take the night off. I don't want to do the production. I'm gonna just write today.
Yeah, nah, that's easy. Rick Rubin, Pharrell, Kanye. Those are my main three. Those are like my top three producers. There's others I can't even think of right now. Mark Ronson, if you know, he's done some Amy Winehouse's tracks. Salam Remy. Just a bunch of different ones that I would work with.
I noticed Amy Winehouse. A couple of people you named, Rick Rubin.
Yeah.
That's actually like a pop culture. That's not really just all R&B. So
exactly.
How would you categorize yourself as artist? Like, would you give yourself a genre, or would you how would you categorize yourself?
Yeah, my bread and butter, my house is definitely R&B. But I'll go into like rock. I'll go into jazz, just because those are my influences. I don't try to specify myself to one specific genre. I know where I'm at, where I'm supposed to be is R&B, but I'm gonna use influences from other genres. That's just my artistry.
So what does Jonny bring to the game? What does Jonny Parks bring to the game that no other artist that what could we expect? How you gonna impact the game?
Yeah, definitely my production. For me, I consider my production elite and top notch. I'm pretty much, like I said, I'm taking other genres, taking other influences. That's really it.
So I mean, you bring. So I noticed you do like a lot of instrument orchestration with your production. That's actually new. That's different. A lot of people nowadays everything's MPC'd out, sampled out. It's not original. So I mean, I think that's a big influence that you're bringing to the game and different aspect point to come from.
I appreciate that. I'll even get strings in my tracks. That's kind of like where my Kanye influence comes from, because he's, if you know Kanye, he's a string orchestra guy. So I've incorporated that into my music. Different sounds, different vocal inflections. It's an alternative R&B. If you know alternative R&B, if you Frank Ocean, SZA, it's kind of like that realm, but it's like my version of it.
So this was Frank Ocean and SZA. Would you say you like your music will kind of, their audience would kind of take a liking to your music if they like them?
Yeah, no, definitely. They're I didn't mention them before, but they're definitely some of my inspirations, my influences right now. Definitely their audience. If you rock with SZA, if you rock with Frank Ocean, Miguel, Giveon, Daniel Caesar, all those alternative R&B acts, then you would definitely rock with me.
Now, how could we find Jonny Parks if we want to listen to some more music or see where you at? How can we stay in tune?
Stay in tune on my IG. I'm definitely most active on there. Jonny_Parks. That's JONNY_PARKS. You can find me on whatever streaming service that you use. Jonny Parks. My website, johnnyparks.com. Facebook, Jonny Parks Music. So Google search me. I'm there. You could click on any link that I'm at.